Hey everybody, and welcome back to the internet once again. You've probably noticed there's a lot of channels that have been springing up all over YouTube lately about people just reading Reddit stories, this being one of them. But you might notice that there's three particular subreddits that are the most popular for people to be reading stories. And those three boards would be r/ProRevenge, r/EntitledParents, and r/ChoosingBeggars. All three of these boards are pretty similar in a lot of ways. They're telling stories about encounters with terrible people, and we usually enjoy listening to them because, for one, it makes us feel better about ourselves because we're not that terrible, and also sometimes we get to hear about them getting the karma they deserve. But there's something particularly enjoyable about r/ChoosingBeggars, and I'm going to go into it a little bit after I read off a few of these. So most of these stories are about people just trying to sell things and getting offers on the internet. So this one goes, "Hello, are you still selling the Razor Blade 15? Yes, do you want to buy it? Yeah, is it available at $150? No, the price is negotiable, but it should be in the $1,500 range. Is your name Sheldon? Yeah, why? Bro, my name's also Sheldon. Be cool, man, and lower it at $150, just a 10% off. It is 10% of the original price, not 10% off. Just because we have the same name, I don't owe you anything. Your account says your name is Mark." That's a pretty interesting way to try and get a 90% discount. Claim that you have the same first name, even when it's not even true. Okay. This next one's just somebody making a Facebook post, probably into a group, saying, "Looking for a free TV of a decent size, but will only take it if it has HDMI hookup capabilities." And somebody comments saying, "I'm also looking, but for $1. Somebody says, "I have $5. So the choosing beggar gets outbid. It's so funny when people like, "I demand it, and it has to be free, and these are my requirements, but it still has to be free." This one is of a guy selling a car. So somebody messages him saying, "Hi, is this car still available?" "Sorry, it's sold." "For how much?" $700. "I would pay $500 for it. May I have it?" What? "I'm serious, I need a car." "So you want me to get a sold car back and give it to you for less than I sold it for?" "Yes, I need a car." I don't understand the logic with these people. And to number 4, all of these I think are just from selling things. "Hey, is computer cards still for sale?" "Yes, I have the 1070 Ti is still here. The price is $250, and as the ad said, not really looking for trades unless you have an 8th or 9th gen Intel CPU for trade. You got one or cash? Could you meet tonight?" It's almost 12, bud. Also, I can only do 100. And meet me at McDonald's." "No, bro, I can't meet tonight. I have to work, and that's about an hour drive to and from. Also, you're off by about 150. "No, it only worth 100, so that's what you will give it to me for, bro. And I can't meet closer to you for that price too, so are you coming?" Okay, number 1, it's going for around $350 and $325 at the lowest. Number 2, no, I'm not driving that far just to get ripped off. "Then you're a freaking loser nerd. You think you are so smart, well, I just bought a better one for $70, loser. I will still buy, but only for $70 since you tried to scam me. Hello?" There they go again, always trying to force you to take the transaction. And this final one, coming from a guy who says, "I host a podcast where I interview people with different jobs to help other teenagers. This email was definitely very interesting." So they said, "Hi, my daughter just found your podcast and she loves it. She wants to be a singer, and I want you to do a podcast with her and Taylor Swift." Hey Karen, thanks for reaching out. I'm glad your daughter likes the podcast. As for the Taylor Swift question, it's hard to reach people with large followings, and even if I can get in contact with her, there's no guarantee she would do it. And an even lower chance she would do it with someone's daughter. I hope you understand. "Oh, come on, it's not that hard. Anybody could do it. You don't have to be so rude about it. Just do it." Sorry, I felt my response was adequate. If you can get contact with Taylor, that's easy. Be my guest and start your own podcast. It's not as easy as it seems. Wow, I'm telling my daughter to stop listening. This is disrespectful behavior, and you should not be treating listeners this way. Yeah, come on, just go get Taylor Swift on your show. It's that easy. Now I wanted to explain why I think that Choosing Beggars are some of the most satisfying, and particularly Choosing Beggars are the ones that you kind of wish you could have a story to tell too, because they're even enjoyable for the person writing them. If you run into an entitled parent kind of situation, usually you're just getting really annoyed by some obnoxious person. And so that's not something you would really enjoy running into. But what makes these Choosing Beggars so enjoyable is that if you happen to get into the situation where somebody is trying to demand that you do something for them, usually for much lower than it's worth, you kind of get the satisfaction of very easily telling them off. It's kind of like pro-revenge, but it's a lot easier to do, I guess. Because in order to be in the first-person situation of a pro-revenge story, usually somebody has to do something terrible to you in the first place, and then you have to go into great depths to actually come up with a revenge plot against them. Which, I mean, that can be cool too, when you can actually pull something like that off. But when it comes to the Choosing Beggars, it's just so easy. Like, this person is coming to you, demanding that you do something for them, and it's so easy for you to just be like, no, you're stupid. Why would I do this for you? And you just get to watch them freak out, and, it's pretty fun to watch. But anyways, like I said in the beginning of the video, there's a lot of channels doing these kinds of stories. Almost every story that gets more than a few upvotes on these three boards ends up in a video on YouTube. So the whole market's pretty oversaturated, I would say. I was a little late to the bandwagon. But I'm going to be switching over. This is going to be the last time that I do just read off stories from Reddit. Luckily, I picked a pretty universal channel name, so I'm going to be just talking about other strange things on the internet. I'm actually kind of interested in making other videos like this one where I just go into depth, like figuring out and explaining why things are popular and why people enjoy certain things that a lot of people might not understand. So anyways, this is the last for my Reddit stories video, so thanks for watching.